Marketing and selling is essential in your online business. And when you have the right strategies and mindset, you not only can make a lot of money, but you can change a lot of lives. Welcome to the Online Marketing Podcast, where we help course creators, membership owners, and coaches market and sell their offers.
We're your hosts, Paul and Melissa Pruitt. Let's dive in and get started.
Welcome to the Mastermind series, where you get to experience Paul and Melissa and their mastermind brainstorming and sharing different ideas on marketing and sales.
The next person I have is Greg.
So my question is, due to this membership type sites, I'm putting together Unleash Your Potential, kind of a hypnosis type membership site. Mm-hmm. So, but I'm looking for value that I could give them in a group besides, I put down a monthly Facebook call, MP3 that would be mailed out, and then Facebook group. Is there anything else I should add? I guess my target goal was like 197 is what I was hoping for. But listening to Ian, maybe I should go down to 97. I don't know. I'm looking for input. I'm looking to add value. I think at 197, I don't know if I have enough value in there just with those three things.
Okay. So let's go ahead and open it up to the group. So anybody have any recommendations as far as deliverables?
How to add value? Here we go.
Yeah.
Bill.
So I guess my question to you is, the hypnosis type membership, is that for people to learn hypnosis or to be hypnotized? In other words, is it developmental in a way that they're overcoming some fears or habits or something through hypnosis, or are they learning how to do hypnosis?
They're going to be learning overcome objectives in their life. Basically, I take it as retraining the brain. So we're going to get over obstacles, on little things like that are holding us back. Okay.
So are there other tools that you use besides those three things?
It'd be, NLP is going to be part of it, neuro-linguistic programming. So we'll be using a combination of different tools that we can use. But I think hypnosis would be a good MP3 that, that they would get the most out of to download. But I guess I think I'm a little skinny on the value.
Yeah. What about a Q&A type setup?
You could do a Q&A. That would be like after the group, a monthly group call would be the Q&A. I don't know.
I think if you can think of any other tools that they would commonly use that you could add in.
Yeah. Great. So I'll go over to, thanks, Bill. We'll go over to Zelisa.
Greg, I recommend let your members tell you that they don't have enough. I think oftentimes people actually feel overwhelmed more than not. You feel like you have to give them more, but really for them, they're learning something new. Maybe whatever you're giving them, it's enough for them to digest. It actually, you'll lose more people by overwhelming them. That's what I'm beginning to think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel the 197 is a good price point, or should I go lower, being I've never done this before?
That's a tricky question. So part of it is engagement, and part of it is like how many people are coming through. If this is your founding member launch, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it to Melissa and Paul to kind of address the pricing. But I always find that when it's initial, you could keep it low, and you're telling them that they're special because they're taking a chance on you. And you probably will get more conversion because you're talking about converting these people to be your future customers and referrals. Correct. So you want to kind of give them an extra special nudge.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
All right. So any other input as far as deliverables? Do you have any?
Piggyback again, let them know what they need. You don't have to come out the gate and give them all these different things. And I think it'll be really great because then you'll get a sense of what's going on in their head and what they need. Like the Q&A session, monthly training sounds like there's tons of value with there. And if you did have a Q&A component to that would answer a lot of their questions as well as that MP3. And then I know Paul will talk into price for sure, but whatever you pick, just know that there is a market for everything. There are people that will pay for that 197 or that 97. It's you having that confidence behind it that what you're delivering, has value and can transform lives. And I know, especially with hypnosis, NLP, it can transform lives absolutely 100%. So having that confidence, knowing that that membership is going to help this person overcome those fears, those objections, and just really speaking into that. And the more that you can speak into that and that, how this is going to transform their lives, you can stand behind whatever price point you pick. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So if I was going to go into your market, I would quietly today, this week, do market research and go sign up for other programs just so I could see the user experience, see the questions that are always asked, see the deliverables that are made at different price points. Because people that are in this specific solution most likely belong to more than one membership. They probably are really into it where they probably belong to several different things that are very similar because they think they're going to get a different nugget or a different thing from a different influencer. So I would be aware, a market aware, not looking to copycat, not looking to, it's market research. Mm-hmm. I just want to see what's in the open market so I can understand languaging, because you might go in one membership and you're like, whoa, I'm not going to do anything that's going on in here. Like, this is a hot mess. And it's good to see that because on the outside, I thought it was the same thing that I was going to do. You know, and on another end, it's like you're going to go in and you're going to be like, wow, this is something I didn't even think about. And I have a different spin on it. I have my take on this. You know, maybe it is a library of a couple PDFs that people can download and track their own progress or their own milestones, as an example. But I do agree that the number one reason that people typically leave a membership is overwhelm. And we've seen that in a very big way through the years, that we think as influencers that more is better. And sometimes more is just creates indecisiveness and also makes it so when people are not keeping up and they feel like they're missing out, then they think that they're not getting the value of what they're paying for. So then they normally will cancel because they feel like, oh, all these deliverables, I'm not consuming it. I'm not getting my money's worth. So sometimes we think more is better and it's not. Now, I will come back, even though it has a NLP and the hypnosis focus on it, those are the vehicles to the transformation. So people are going to spend and invest the money on the promise that you're making. So I wouldn't minimize that, oh, I'm going to help people overcome little problems. It's like, no, that is actually what you have to speak into. Now, these have to be true statements. So I can't, I got to be careful and have my own disclaimer here because I don't want to make false statements and I don't even have a thing. I'm just going to just riff. But it's like, if you know you have a technique that people can go through that can help them finally stop smoking, then to them, the desire is not to be hypnotized. The desire is for them to stop smoking. So I need to speak into that because that's the transformation they want. They don't want 15 deliverables. And you know what? They probably would pay more if you can get them that result quicker than if it took, if you can give me the solution this month or in the next couple of months versus a year, I'm going to pay more money for it. I don't want the Nicorine solution. I don't want to chew on gum for the rest of my life. I would love to have this fixed like next week type thing. So it's less about the deliverables and it's about the perceived value of that promise of that transformation that they're going to get coming through the membership itself. Now, financially, 97, it's a 2-digit number. It has a different mental decision for a lot of us. We all know it's $100, but we all trick ourselves out every day of the week. We know it. We know all the marketing tricks. Everybody, we're not dumb. We know it's $100, but still, human behavior, we're going to see that $97 differently than we're going to see the $197. It's a different type of. It has 3 digits in it. It's just a different type of investment. So it's gonna pull a different person. Now at 97. You need twice as many people to say yes than you do at 197. So you can have a lot more people say no, and you're okay. You still make the same amount of money. So you just have to keep that in mind as well. It really comes down to packaging. It comes down to positioning and how you brand this. Because if you want the higher price point, it can't look and feel like anything that's in the open market. It has to look shinier. It has to feel more professional. It has to look on a level and feel like it's about the packaging, the messaging and the packaging.
Okay.
Because it's still the water. It's the H2O inside the bottle. There's a difference between it being tap water and it being $100,000 bottle of water. It's all the packaging, the messaging. So what I would just definitely focus, nothing wrong with having a decent set of deliverables. It's not like you have to do an ongoing thing. Think of some things that could be evergreen. You could have a virtual library that has resources in there that just has a high perceived value, but the people don't feel like they need to consume it this month. Like it's just sitting there, it's waiting for them. It has high perceived value that it's there. That could have PDFs in it. You could have Google spreadsheets in there for them to do some type of tracking, like a tool, type thing. So it's something you don't need to update it every month. Like It's just part. You have things in NLP because Melissa and I both studied NLP in different directions. Melissa's NLP practitioner certified and used to be a life coach. So there are systems and tools and techniques, depending on whose NLP you followed, that you could replicate your own methodology out of it for people on their own. It could be, spreadsheets, or it could be, again, PDF downloads.
And the cool thing is if you had the research, you don't have to create all those at one time. They can slowly, and you just create, if you start off with like a little library, and then you can always add to it.
Keep adding to them.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good.
And some of that'll be organic.
Yeah.
So like on this call today, if we took everybody's question, we probably could create a PDF, a system or a checklist based on every conversation. So when you get off of some of these calls, you're like, oh man, I could whip something up, send it over to Fiverr for $20. Somebody does a really high-end professional and throw it up, and you look, like you had that skill set, so.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's great seeing you too.
If you would like to work with us and our team to help you snap up more sales and incredible clients with a stellar marketing strategy that works, go to adaptivemembership.com and sign up for our wait list. We have a limited number of spots in our exclusive program to set you up for success and take action. We're waiting for you at adaptivemembership.com.